In my previous CRX videos, I pulled out the original D series engine so I could put in my K24 and asked you guys what I should do with the factory engine. I got a lot of great ideas, but it all came down to money. This K series is sucking my wallet dry, and the last thing I need is something else that's going to take even more money away from me. So I decided to just find a solution that isn't going to cost me anything. Well, eventually on Instagram, someone sent me a message saying they could use a part for their Civic as an upgrade, if you will. So I decided to send them the parts free of charge because I'm not trying to make any money off of this stuff. I'm just trying to help someone else out and give back to the community. As you can see, I pointed out a few items that I need to send over, so that includes the fuel rail, the injectors, intake manifold, throttle body, TPS, idle air control valve, and that's just a few things. There's plenty more that needs to be sent over, so let's go ahead and get these parts off of the engine without damaging them, of course. After removing all of the nuts for the intake manifold, it still wouldn't come off, so I found some various hoses underneath the manifold that need to come off, and a lot of them just are either vacuum or coolant lines. And given the age of this engine, I'm actually surprised because I thought these hoses were going to be so dry rotted that I would have to cut them off, but no, they're actually coming off pretty decent. If he's going to need the intake manifold, I figured he's also going to need this bracket that supports the manifold, so let's go ahead and get this thing off as well. So the manifold is so close to coming off, and I thought it was ready to go, but of course there's always one last hose, right? So let's go ahead and get this last hose off, and it should be fine after this. So here's the complete manifold with a lot of parts that he needs already on it, so there's no reason to take it apart. As you can see, the gasket came off in pieces. I was hoping it would stay intact, it would save him from having to buy a gasket, but realistically, if you're putting parts like this on your car, the right thing to do is replace any gaskets that you can. Next up, I have to remove the distributor because it's on the parts list. I got a tote here full of parts for the CRX, and I'm just keeping my eye open for things that I need, such as this hose that goes to the brake booster, the complete air intake assembly, so all of this right here. As far as connectors like off of the engine harness, it specified things for like the distributor, the fuel injectors, and things like that. But to make things easy on myself, I'm just going to send the complete harness over because I don't want to deal with cutting wires or anything like that. And we also need the fuel injector resistor box. I need to also grab the PCM, which I have sitting here inside the car. So I'm just gonna get this out of here real fast, and here it goes. So I'll just add that to the box, and here goes all the parts laid out on the floor, at least everything that I think we need. And I even went ahead and grabbed all of the nuts and bolts. I bagged and tagged everything just so I could put inside the box, and there's no confusion on where everything goes. Now this is a lot of stuff to put in one box, so I decided to just ship 2 boxes out. And it's kind of tricky trying to get this thing taped up with just me alone when the box isn't in perfect condition. I have to give it the classic pelvic thrust. I shipped out both of these boxes from where I'm at to California. It wasn't cheap. He paid for shipping, of course, and like I said, I didn't charge for any of the parts. Unfortunately, it turns out that he doesn't really need these parts. He was under the impression that my car was a SI model, so technically it would be an upgrade over what he has. But my car isn't a SI model, it's an HF model, and let's just say these parts are less desirable. So I feel bad because, number one, he wasted money on parts he doesn't need. Number two, I sent out parts to someone who doesn't need them. The whole reason why I'm taking this engine apart and giving the parts away for free is to help people who need the parts to actually fix their car. So it almost makes me feel like the parts are wasted. Hopefully he could find a use for them. I told him at very least put them on a marketplace, eBay, whatever, see if he could sell them and try to recoup some of his money, right? So if you have a HF and you're looking to repair or restore it and you need some of these parts that I sent out to him, get in touch with me and I could get in touch with him, and maybe you two can work out a deal so he could try to get some of his money back. It's the least I could do. At any rate, whatever is left on the engine that you could see and you need it, just let me know. I'll ship it out to you. Of course, you would have to pay for shipping, and please confirm that the parts are gonna fit your engine. With that being said, as you can see, I've been putting up clips of the engine build and the CRX build. So if you're interested, go check out the playlist and check out the channel. I hope you enjoyed the videos, and like always, thanks for watching.